you know, if we want to consider ourselves one of the best offensive lines in the country, we got to come out and show up against them.
I know Claiborne's one of the better DNs. Is he one of the better you've played against or seen in a while, and what do you think of his game?
Yeah, no, he's definitely one of the best DNs I've seen recently. You know, we have a lot of good DNs in the Pac-10 too, but you know, he's so big and athletic and everything, and he can just do a lot of things.
You know, who's added incentive when you know what they're bringing, and this is just going to be that smash mouth game you saw it last year.
Yeah.
No, everybody kind of the same deal.
Right.
A little added incentive as an O-lineman there.
Yeah, you know, definitely. It's kind of like man up, and you know, they're not doing a bunch of stuff to try to trick you. They're going to line up, and we're going to line up and go at it.
So. I mean, they only bring 3-4 guys in sometimes, and they're still getting that just like last year.
Well, yeah, you know, that's what they do, and that's what they pride themselves on, and you know, we pride ourselves on being able to shut down 4 guys. So we got to do that on Saturday.
Do you expect to not shy away from the run game, but try and spread it out a little bit more, knowing that that's kind of their strength as a D-line?
You know, I think like our offense does very well. We're gonna take what they give us, and I think we got a good game plan in for the run game and the pass game. So I think we're gonna try to be pretty balanced.
What would a win like this do for you guys as a team?
It would do a lot. You know, obviously they're ranked 9th in the nation, and you know, so we're trying to climb that ladder, and we're trying to make a name for ourselves, and so you know, it would mean a lot. But at the same time, you know, we can't get you know, once this is over, it's over. But this is all that matters till Saturday, and then once that's done, that's done. So
they have that reputation of being, you know, big and physical, but you guys actually outweigh their offensive line. Do you guys worry about the size of the defense or anything like that, or?
No, you know, I don't think we think too much about their size. We just worry about ourselves and us coming off the ball and being physical.
What are your recollections of that line, though, and their defense as a whole last year in Iowa?
You know, they don't do a whole lot of stuff, but the stuff that they do very well. And you know, they make you play with great technique, and they'll make you pay if you don't.
So the good news is you just have to worry about doing what you do against what they do, as opposed to worrying about tricks
what
and schemes.
What they're going to do, and you know, a bunch of crazy stuff.
So it's just kind of more man on man, strength on strength, right?
Right.
Overall, you know, the crowd's going to be crazy out there. You know, you've been here now a long time. What are you expecting Saturday night from the crowd and from the stadium?
Well, from what I hear, it's already sold out. It's hard to get tickets, so yeah, I think it's going to be a great atmosphere.
I know some of the other linemen and coaches are not entirely pleased with the run game and how you guys have done. What's your overall assessment of how you guys have done, and what can you do better?
You know, we need to be more physical coming off the ball, and you know, we've been working on that a lot this week, and you know, we started off a little bit slow last Saturday, but we picked it up a lot in the second half, and you know, maybe just first couple weeks getting a little bit of jitters out, but.
Is it a gelling issue? I mean, you kind of haven't had a solid, you know, 5 group in practice in fall camp with all the injuries. And
yeah,
things.
well, you know, I mean, we started 7 or 8 different offensive lines last year, so yeah, I don't think that's so much of an issue. It's just you know, we got to get down and come off the ball.